Welcome back, everybody, to Rob's MetalWorks. We are continuing our work here in fucking Rocktober 2024. Brings me great pleasure to welcome a band that I have sought out, yes, for quite some time, and I'm finally happy to have them here in the Rob's studio. Brings me great pleasure to welcome technical fucking melodic death metal band NEVALLUM from San Antonio is here.
Hey, Rob. What's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, glad to be here, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Good times tonight, huh?
Yeah, really good times. Yeah, we're enjoying it.
I'm fucking loving it. And, you know, Jerry, you know that for a long time I've wanted NEVALLUM on the show. And you're like, Rob, not yet. No, we're not ready yet.
Hell yeah.
And when I got your, when I fucking got your last single and I heard it and I was like, oh, okay, now we're ready. Now we're ready to talk about what this band is doing on a variety of fronts, because you guys know that it all starts with the music. And as you guys continue to record, that your singles are becoming like, those that your music is kind of immortalizing your work in the San Antonio scene. Now, there's people all over the country and the world who watch our program. So for those people, I kind of really have to start at the beginning. Jerry, I know that you and John are at the heart of this band. So let's first talk about the formation of NEVALLUM back in 2017. Is that right?
2017, yes.
2017. That doesn't seem like that long ago, but it's been 7 years.
Oh, yeah, it's just flying by.
So tell me about the beginnings.
Oh, yeah. First off, I want to say, man, it's badass to be here, Brother Rob. Hell yeah, you got your kick-ass metal brothers here, from NEVALLUM.
Yeah.
And that feels great. And, 2017, it was a good year, man, things were in the works, the band. And we started off like, we had an old band, a pre-existing band that kind of disbanded. So we wanted to do something different. Like, we wanted to get more technical. And then, we took weeks just to kind of think of band name. And we were already writing music, Art right here. And then Ling and me, we're all writing music and stuff. And then, man, we just thought about this great idea. Like, I want to start with Chris over here because, with Chris, it was, I had to ask this guy, 3 or 4 times.
What?
3 or 4 times. Like, we're starting a new band. Like, man, I really want you to try it out, check it out.
Chris, did you know Art?
No.
At that time, you didn't know?
Actually, it was...
Give him the money.
Actually, it was only Jerry. So, I think when they formed the band, what happened was I was still with Death of Abacus at the time. And I guess they found me out. And I guess at that point, that he really wanted me to be in the band. And he was just asking me every other week to be in there. And I'm like, okay, it'll happen, we'll see what happens. And, after a while, it's like, okay, I'll give it a chance. Finally, took the step forward and actually joined them. And,
So when you joined, it was already Jerry and Art and John? These dudes were already...
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I was actually the addition to the new band.
Yeah. I know how... Especially coming from Chris's entry into the band, you don't know any of these dudes, and we like the same music, but I always can't stress enough how important relationships are in bands too. Like, you got to be able to get along with the dudes in the band and jive with them, not have any fucking personal conflicts or fucking no drama, So I think if all that's good, then it's good.
Yeah, actually, it was an easy transition to go with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not accustomed to everybody contributing in a sense to the music.
Yeah.
But with them, everybody did what they needed to do, and it made it easy on me. And they were already supportive of me, transitioning, because I wasn't accustomed to the style of music that they were playing. I was playing a whole different style.
Really?
Yes, I was playing more of a math rock kind of thing,
Well, that's pretty technical, no?
Somewhat, but not in a sense of technical death metal. So the transition was, it took a little time, but with their support and their words of encouragement, it really helped me a lot to get up to their level.
Nice. And John, did you want to contribute any kind of words to that? Because one of the things that I really kind of admire about you guys, and I said this downstairs. I'm like, I didn't know that John, that you played guitar as the drummer, and that Jerry, that you play guitar. So it's like a lot of you guys can throw out riffs and stuff, even though Art and Chris are the guitar players, but that you guys can come to the band and say, hey, check out this fucking little riff I came up with.
This sounds good. Like, maybe we can try this.
Yeah. It's a constant thing. Like, all of them, Jerry is always writing music. He's always at home playing his guitar, and he's always like sharing us little videos. Like, hey, came up with this riff. Check this out. And he's a bit like, so the intro riff to Planetary Annihilation, the first riff, that's him.
Wow.
So he's into that Through the Eyes of the Dead type thing. And then the second riff is me.
Yeah.
I come in with the crazy little tech riff. And then Art throws in his flavor with that solo. And I think he has some rhythm sections. And I believe Chris wrote some in the middle part. He had the more, I guess, two-steppy, like, tech death. And the whole thing, it's just crazy that it's one song, but it's literally a mind of all of us put together in one.
Sure.
And that's what I really love about this band. He plays guitar, too. He's a bassist. So anything you throw at him guitar, he knows how to do, and he applies it on the bass and puts it in a bass perspective.
So when did Emmett join the band? You're fucking Jason Newsted over here.
So I don't know how far.
And Emmett, I said this downstairs, and I really wasn't kidding. I think you're a phenomenal bass player, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And I'm glad that you're so humble enough to say, Rob. And I'll talk about this in a little bit, because I remember seeing you guys or knowing about you guys early on, and then I stepped away and I didn't see you guys, and then I saw you guys again. I was like, man, like, these guys have really stepped up their game. They're so much better now, better musicians now. And that just tells me that you're either a guitar player or a drummer, and you're like, I just want to be better, And I'll share this really quick analogy with you. When I teach, and I always tell my students, and I try to tell them, hey, be better students. And I always say, like, who here played football or basketball in high school or middle school? And they're like, I did, sir. And like, weren't you a better player in high school in 11th grade than you were in 8th grade? And it's like, yeah, well, I am. I'm like, well, same thing, in everything in life, you just get better, right? So, I mean, yeah, but I remember seeing Emmett, I was like, God damn, this kid's fucking sick. So I think he made a great addition. But Emmett, you were sharing with me downstairs that it didn't come that easy.
No, it didn't. When I joined, so it was an interesting way that I joined this band. I was hanging out with a guy that would hang out with a band that I was in before, and we would all party and all that, and me and that guy would party a little more, we'd crash each other's houses and all that stuff. He actually told me about these guys because, can I say that? So at the time, they were called Death Is At Hand, and his son...
Death Is At Hand. Oh, okay. I never knew that.
So his son was their bass player.
Uh-huh.
And riff raff, this and that happened. So he decides, I want to introduce you to these guys. So one day he took me over to Art's house just to introduce, and I brought a guitar, and we, let's jam and all that. And he, the first 5 minutes into meeting this guy and just playing together, it clicked. Like, it was not anything that I've experienced with another musician where it's like, okay, you play this style and I play that style. Let's do something easy that we...
Sure.
And then it gets boring after about 30 minutes. No, we linked up quick. He showed me one of their songs that they wrote, The Vanquisher. Said, learn this real quick, and if you can get this, I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the guys. And, I mean, we ran through that song, and then next week, like, let's introduce you to the rest of the guys. And ever since then, it was like, it was a world of difference.
Good chemistry, huh?
It was a good chemistry.
You just know it, right? When you have good chemistry with somebody, you feel it.
It felt right. It felt good.
Yeah. But now, what side of town are you guys from? I always think that's important because, as a San Antonio band and as a San Antonio show, in our city, I always like to think about our city as like a little like a big town, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, you know, there are certain parts of our city that are very metal. So, like, where are you guys based
Well,
out of? Like,
me and
grew up?
Ling kind of live near the same area. We're like on the west side.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, currently I grew up on the south side. Then the rest of my life grew up in Somerset, Texas, a little
Okay.
tiny place. And as I moved out, I'm more on the west side now, and I kind of explore that area.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerry, what about you?
Whenever I was growing up, it was like the west side, you know, the west side, and then the northwest side.
But the nice part of the west side.
Yeah, the nice part of the west side. I wanted that to happen, but it's like that.
Oh man. Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good. It was a good learning. It was a good stepping stones to, like, you know, get where I need to be. You know.
Yeah.
It was great. Just a lot of learning.
Made you strong.
Mm-hmm.
Made you strong.
Mm-hmm.
And you same.
Yeah, mostly from the west side, but I grew up mostly on the south side, same area as
South
no, actually out in the boonies in Vaughn Army.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Jonathan. So
Yeah.
that or Somerset,
Sure.
like, that area. But yeah, that's how we met actually, because we lived in the same area, and they found me out, and yeah, so from there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
So when I met Art, he was like 14 years old, and this dude was already sweeping, already doing like Yngwie Malmsteen type stuff.
Wow.
And it freaked me out because his band that he was in was just trash. And I was like, like the bassist
Like, what are you doing with these?
was
fucking-
horrible. The drummer was
dudes?
horrible. And I just see this God. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? So that's how he became my guitarist in Death Is At Hand, which, you know, put out an EP that never put out, I guess. And then NEVALLUM was born. And that's how you get this. I don't even know what to call him. I call him a guitar wizard.
Yeah.
Because he's already started. Like, there's no starting from the bottom. Then we're here. He started like already like high, so I don't even know where he's gonna get from here.
Right.
So I just want to say like this dude is just definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Cool. And the cool thing is that you saw that, you recognized that, and you're like, dude.
Yeah, it's a 14.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
Like, bro,
you
this
need
dude's
to
insane. I'm gonna steal
be
this guy.
with yeah, exactly. I'm gonna fucking get him into our band. Now that you guys had the band, you know, the band with Emmett being like kind of like the final component of it, and you guys are saying, okay, we're NEVALLUM now. Let's move forward. We have all the components here. What was really like the vision for NEVALLUM? What did you guys? What were you guys kind of seeing that NEVALLUM was or was gonna be?
So from old to new, we wanted something that didn't have boundaries, something that we could just ascend and write literally whatever our heart felt. And there's nobody telling you, hey, that's not, you know, following the
Right.
rules. You're not staying in the lines. Like, no, in NEVALLUM, there is no rules. You write what you feel. You write any riff that comes to mind, and we all listen to it. And we, instead of saying, hey, I don't like that riff or whatever, we're like, what can we build with that? What can I add to make my flavor to it? And that's how these songs are born. And it's insane because it's like from the structure, it's just one riff. And then he'll have a riff that's not the same riff. He'll have a conflicting riff. And it makes it kind of an orchestral like environment to where we're like, damn, like this song started from this riff and now it's like this giant thing. And there's so much emotion in it now. And there's so much like everybody's little heart and piece is into it. So that's what makes the songs kind of like near and dear to us now. And I think that's what NEVALLUM really is just something. We're trying to make you feel something that we feel. And we're hoping that emotion gets passed on.
But, you know, you guys are fucking heavy dudes. You guys are fucking heavy dudes.
Thank you.
And you're like, that's a compliment, right?
It is a big compliment.
Because, I mean, you know, we cover all kinds of metal, but I think, you know, in my promos leading up to tonight, I was like, man, one of the most extreme fucking bands in our city. And I remember last time John and I hung out, and you were like, Rod, let me play you some of the shit that we jammed to. And I was like, a lot of heavy shit that I didn't even know of. So, but I just know you guys love heavy music, and that's why you do heavy stuff. So when I introduced the band, I said kind of like technical melodic death metal. Is that kind of the genre? I mean,
Pretty much,
It kind of fits together, yeah. Like melodic, tech death.
Yeah, melodic tech
Melodic
death.
Tech death.
I don't know where the melodic comes in.
It's like
too much. Yeah, the solos.
So
Because you guys are going like pretty fucking fast.
I'm sorry about that.
You guys are like beating me up the whole way. I remember last night I played Planetary for the Massive Amara dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And we were jamming out to it.
Damn.
And then right when they thought the song was over, it just kept going.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yeah,
6 minutes,
this song's
man.
fucking you up, right? Like, well, how long is this? Like 6 minutes? Or
Yes,
something?
sir.
Fuck, man. I was like, by the time you finish listening to the song, you're like beat. You're just like, chinga, bro. I don't think I can hear another song
It's like
that.
sometimes we have so many ideas, like we have so much creativity that's why it comes out to 6 minutes because we have so much
I love
creativity.
it.
Like
I love it.
It's great. Yeah.
Don't.
I love how we made that song. Like it grooves. It's heavy. It's technical. It's fucking pissed. It's like
We're gonna get there.
it feels good.
Tell me about who came up with the name NEVALLUM and what does that mean?
So yeah, so that would be me. So NEVALLUM does not exist in the English language. I had during the Death Is at Hand transition to becoming a new band. I was going through a lot of meditative states where I was just kind of meditating, going within my mind, and I was trying to like kind of grasp from the universe, like what do we name this band? And it just kept failing. Everything I kept shooting out, they're like, nah, I don't like that. Nah, I don't like that. Whatever. All of a sudden, this image came in my mind. And the way you see NEVALLUM now, I had drew it as soon as I woke up from it. And I was like, read it. And I was like, NEVALLUM. I was like, what does that even say? And it said NEVALLUM. And I was like, do I tell the guys or I don't know what this means.
What do you mean? Like you wrote it when you were like asleep? Or
Yeah,
what?
I was
Like
asleep and I
Get
in
the
a dream.
fuck out.
So I wrote it down and I was like,
Wow.
that's weird. So I started looking it up. What does this mean? I started looking every language. I dare you, put it in. You will not find it. It doesn't exist.
NEVALLUM. It doesn't exist.
So I was
the
like,
word.
this has to be the name of the band. This has
Wow.
to be.
But when you translate it into different
languages?
like in Latin, I think it means
Oh, yeah. So if you okay, so try it just for fun.
Okay.
Translate it to Latin, it means holy light. Translate it to Indonesian, it means don't give up. Like anything you translate it to, it's positive.
Oh, okay.
It's just weird.
I think one of them was you will live. Yeah.
Like you'll live. Like don't worry. Like this is not gonna kill you. You'll live.
You're
So it's insane. So I'm like, what is it?
John, you're gonna live.
Look, yeah.
Nice.
It was-
I think you know what? I think band names are very important.
They're very important. Yes.
Super important. And I can see people at a show like NEVALLUM, NEVALLUM.
Well, another
Right?
thing about NEVALLUM, like it's not related to any other artist. Like it stands by itself.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
That's what's so cool about it.
Cool. Good name. I've met some bands, and they have horrible names, and it makes me just not even want to jam their music because their name
understand
is
that.
so bad. There's a couple in San Antonio. I won't say their names, but
I won't say them. I know.
we'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
You know, as I have been preparing for this conversation in the past few weeks, you know, and Jerry and we've kind of stayed in touch for a long time. I remember. Well, first of all, let me just go back a little bit. I remember the first time that I really, really saw you guys and thought, I like these dudes.
Was that local disturbance?
Was at the local disturbance, but where was that
Is that
at?
outside? That outside show?
The outside
I
show.
think Laredo Highway, I believe.
Southside.
South side.
I didn't believe I would survive that day.
Right, it was at the south side, right?
Yes, sir.
Weird ass place, right? It was like a junkyard kind
Hot
of.
as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really hot.
I
too.
remember. And I shot some video that
Yes,
day.
you did.
I
We
sure
still have
did.
it.
And we were like super stoked to see you there. We're like, fucking Rob.
It was Rob, We recorded you recording us because we were just like, what?
Yeah.
That was a weird day, man.
But I remember though thinking, man, these dudes are like have so much potential, and I'm gonna keep my fucking finger on them.
Thank you.
And then you know, I got online and I started discovering some of the older stuff, like the Vanquisher
Yep.
single,
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Goddess of Necrocy. Necrocy.
Very
right?
dark beauty.
Now, was the Goddess of Necrocy an EP?
It was just a single.
It was a single.
Just to get our name, get something out there for people to listen to.
But the first single that you guys ever released was the Witch
Of the Black
of
Forest.
the Black Forest.
Yes, sir.
Say it, Jerry.
Watch of the Black Forest.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And that's so you guys formed in 2017, and that single came out.
2018. It was
It was shortly thereafter.
2018 with Brian Eckerman from Bone Spill. He mixed and mastered it, and that was basically his baby. Like that first riff
Whose
you hear.
baby?
Art.
Oh, really?
He showed us that riff, and I was like, dude, that sounds like the Black Dahlia. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually plays tribute to the Black Dahlia murder.
Nice.
Yes, we wrote it in the style of them.
So that's 1, 2, 3. That was 3 singles. And then Necromantic Resurrection. Which is kind of like,
It's in the works, but it's out.
but there's a rough of it out.
Yes.
Yeah, I have the rough.
This song started off with Chris, to be honest.
Which song? The Necro?
Yeah, Necromantic Resurrection. Yeah, because he made the original riff, and I expanded on it, and it became its own thing. And like how we worked together, it just came to be.
So let me see. I want to elaborate on that. So when Chris wrote that riff, we had it on a Guitar Pro, and one of the laptops that they gave me, it was maybe a good year after, and I rediscovered this riff. I fell in love with it, and I was like, guys, we need to make this into something. We need to make this. Let's push. Okay, let's keep this going. And little by little, we started. This is probably one of the first songs where I actually started to delve into the actual contributing in the riff making. Because before that point, I'm still getting my ears wet, still figuring out these guys' technicality and trying to get up to par with them. So this was a big exciting thing for me. I remember having the computer plugged into your amp, and I was just playing that track over and over, just the intro part.
And you were writing your bass lines.
And I was trying to write my bass lines.
Yeah.
So that's when, at that time, John here would pick up my bass and say, hey, check this out. Show me some tapping stuff and try this. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And show me just a couple. From a little bit of that, I started picking up the tapping stuff and the slapping. That's where I started incorporating the tech bass into our riffs.
Right. Wow.
Yep.
John, the multi-instrumentalist.
Yep, exactly. Like on that song too, actually, Jonathan and me, we actually came up with the title a few years prior. We were thinking about something about bringing the dead back to life at our old storage where we used to practice. We actually thought about like we should name a song like necromantic. We thought about that word and like what can we do with that, like about bringing the loved ones back from the dead.
It's so hot in this storage. If fucking Art dies, we'll fucking bring him back to life.
Back from the dead.
We'll fucking give him CPR and bring him back to life.
The crazy like temperature of Texas. That poor AC was doing the best
I'm
it
gonna
could.
say this, and I was thinking this downstairs, but I didn't say it. All the good shit that's happening for you guys have fucking worked for it, bro. Like you guys have suffered and worked for it, and you do it. You're doing it because you believe in the vision of the band, and for you guys to fucking go rehearse in a hot ass fucking storage. And even before that, didn't you tell me you were fucking rehearsing out in the fucking
in the buildings in a shed? That was really hot.
That's fucking
the winter was
passion, bro.
The winter was brutal.
Fucking passion, bro.
When it's cold, right?
There's a lot of people who don't do that shit for their passions, and I don't want you to think that stuff, at least in my eyes, doesn't go unrecognized. It really does. And so now I see all the good things that are happening for you, and I want to play my part in supporting you because I'm a fan. I'm like, man, you guys deserve all the good shit, bro.
Thank
Because
you
you're
so
putting
much.
you did all the little dirty, gritty work. And I'd say this to all my friends and my students. I said, the minutia, the little things fucking matter.
They do.
They fucking matter, bro. So all these singles, that you guys have released in the last years. Are they available? Where can people get them?
They'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube, like any major distributor, even like Tidal and like the Off Bracket, they're on there too. Is where we use DistroKid and they're pretty much
Bandcamp,
upload.
are them Bandcamp?
Yes, sir. There's a Bandcamp as well.
I like Bandcamp. I really like Bandcamp a lot. I don't know why. If someone says, Rob, I have stuff on Bandcamp and iTunes, I'm going to buy it from Bandcamp. I just like it from Bandcamp.
It's more
better.
intimate, I guess.
I don't know. I just get it. I just feel like I just get it faster and use it.
Like you feel like you're getting it straight from the band rather than a third party.
So I went on Bandcamp today and I saw that Goddess of Necrocy is on there and Witch of the Black Forest is on there. And there's another track. But yeah, so all you people out there, if you want to dive into the catalog of NEVALLUM, just go to Bandcamp. I love Bandcamp. I talked about this earlier, and I said, how I've seen you guys progress and evolve into where you are now, and really kind of to me like pros at what you're doing.
Wow.
It's not like you're little kids anymore. Like we're in a band. Like we know what the fuck we're doing, Rob. We know how to play our instruments and we know how to write fucking songs.
Oh yeah.
So when you think back to 2017 or 18, how do you feel that you have evolved since that time? Now I'm not just talking about musically, but also as people.
Damn. So
I know that's a deep question.
it is a deep question.
That is a deep question.
But we're deep people. And from 17 when we were first getting the ground up, trying to find members, trying to find, all right, who's our second guitarist? Who's our bassist? At first, the 2017 and 18 was just literally trying to form the band. So we got to find members first. After all that, we realized, okay, we're starting to actually understand each other. We're starting to get our vibe. Then NEVALLUM's sound started to get born. And I think Necromantic Resurrection is a good, thing of that. That's a good little baby
You
of
kind
that.
of feel at that point.
I feel that's supreme
that's
NEVALLUM.
NEVALLUM.
That's all brains put together. And I feel like when you hear the rest of this album, because this album's coming up, we're putting singles. I'm gonna give you there. I don't want to jump ahead, but you are gonna fall in love with it. Every song has a little thing for your heart. There's anything that a person is going through, there's a song for you. Because all our songs are kind of like mythic fantasy, but they all have a underlining moral story to it. And if you listen to the lyrics, I upload them on everything that I can.
Yeah.
You'll understand what we're talking about. And we write music for people. We love music. We love listening. We're all fans of music here. But at the same time, we do love people. And we understand the struggles that they go through.
Right.
And we like writing music for them, for maybe our past experiences. Maybe they did too. And hopefully they can coincide with them and they can understand us more as people.
Sure.
Definitely, I think that's great. I feel like since 2017, I didn't even know what was gonna happen. I know things were coming together, but when Necromantic came out, whenever we wrote that song, I was just like, man, this song is so beautiful. It's technical, it's heavy, it has everything in a song that everybody would want.
That you want. That you're a fan of.
Yeah. So it has technicality, it has melodic, it has cleans. It has singing, it has heavy, it had everything that everything came together. Everybody wrote riffs and everybody wrote music in it, and I see from 2017, as far as that's come, I'm proud of everybody, in this band, everybody's endured so much, and man, we've come out strong. It feels so good, just to share this music with you and with everybody listening.
I have the Necro Rough. So is the final version?
There will be an official, yes.
Okay, cool. Be sure to send it to me when it's ready. Be sure to send it to me when it's ready. And as we move the mic along to Art and Chris, I just want to say, you guys are great fucking metal players in our city. And I see a lot of guitar players in our city. And I know the guys who can fake it. I know the guys who fucking can, do what they're doing. But when I see you guys play, it's like, oh man, these guys are real fucking metal guitarists. Metal guitarists that I've always been a fan of, even since I was a teenager. Shredders, guys who can fucking harmonize and be melodic and then fucking riff.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just a fan, bro, of what you guys do.
Yeah, actually, when I first started writing with Art, like he was actually the first guitarist that I actually could keep up with what I was kind of doing at the same time. So it was very rare for me to come across somebody that could actually like we could actually do something, you know, instead of like trying to teach them and trying to, you know, technique wise. It wasn't even teaching techniques; it was just teaching the riff.
Right.
And that's made it so much easier to like transition with the band. And I feel like with Necromantic, that was actually the very first song that we actually had a full contribution as a band. Like this is a culmination of like everybody's ideas and everybody's like style of riffage was all contributed to that. And I just love that formula. And I feel like that would be the best formula to move forward with all our music going forward.
And Chris, why or what do you attribute to the fact that you've gotten better on guitar?
So
is it because you're playing with Art, or do you say like, hey, I need to enhance my playing?
Oh
by
no,
doing this or that?
I'm self-dedicated.
Yeah.
Like I'm always the one that like pushes myself. Like there's never no ceiling. There's always something more that I could do, something more. Like especially if I go to shows, I'm always observing the guitarist, seeing what they're doing, what I could do better, and what, you know, kind of like doing an imitation of that. Actually, I have a story. So
Go for it.
So actually, went to a show at the White Rabbit, seeing Yngwie Malmsteen.
Oh wow!
They were coming with the band called Orange Sky from Trinidad and Tobago. So during that show, you know, I was still young and all, and I was up front just looking at Yngwie. He's just shredding his butt off. You know, I'm like, oh man, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I had a shirt on. I had a little like a pocket shirt thing, right? And he throws his pick, and the pick lands right in my shirt pocket.
Get the fuck out!
And I'm like, you know what? This is destiny.
Come on.
This is like, okay, yes. So like at that point,
I don't know if I believe that.
No. It legitimately happened. So like at that point, I still have the pick. So I told myself, as soon as I could play a full song, a full Yngwie song, I'm gonna use that pick to play it. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close.
Wow.
I'm getting close.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a good story.
It's
That's
awesome.
a good story. Art, come on. What about you?
What do you want to hear?
Just how you've gotten better. Even though John said you were good at 14.
Yeah, you know, it's there comes to a point where I kind of I got good, yeah, but at some point I plateaued, and that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Like when you plateau and you're like, okay, I'm good, blah blah blah, and what else can I do? Like it's hard to get ideas. I get writer's block sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And I try as much as I can to listen to everybody in the band. That's what gets me out of it. Because at one point earlier in Death Is at Hand, all that, I was making everything. I was making most of the riffs. I literally wrote like most of the album or early album. But then it got to the point where like I can't really keep it up by myself. Like I need help. And Ling got better. Like you showed me some stuff like I never thought I would be able to what's it called? Articulate. Because Ling is just so good of a musician that he showed me stuff that I never thought I knew I could do. But yeah, I'm just
I think riffs too.
Riffs too, and Jerry too. Everybody, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
we all kind of learn from each other.
Yeah,
like, we could all play guitar. Like
It's cool though.
Yeah.
It's
So-
crazy. That's like we have a lot of riffs, like hundreds or thousands of riffs.
Yeah.
Tons.
A lot.
Tons.
Yeah.
We start writing after this.
So, Jerry, do you write all the lyrics? Or who writes the lyrics?
Lately, I've been writing like a lot of it. Like the last song we did, I did all of it, pretty much. You know, like everything I had. You know, we were playing around. Like after one of our practices, like this song's called like we'll talk about aborted existence. Like we have a new one. We have a new one called aborted existence, and we've been playing it live quite a bit. And with that song, we're just joking around outside after we were done jamming. Like, what about like people that just kind of just didn't care about they didn't care about nobody. Like they just shoot them off into space or something. Or like something like that, and like they just threw them out, and like they're like an aborted existence.
Well, didn't you hear that story recently in the news? Like some couple I think in Alabama was selling their baby, their baby for like beer and $1,000. That's aborted existence, bro.
Aborted existence.
That's fucked
But
up.
I think with that
Did you hear
lyric,
about that story or no? Yeah, look it up.
like
it's in the news.
like lately with the newer stuff, like I've been writing a lot. Like I've been
Yeah, yeah.
like especially with Necromantic, I wrote like most of the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, there was a few ideas from Art, you know, from Ling, and I think maybe Chris or Emmett. Like I think here and there they put something, but I definitely sat down, and I was just there at home, you know, and you know it was a really dark time for me at that time. You know, things were pretty rough, and I was like, man, this song, it has a feeling to it or something, and I just wanted to write something that was like different, or like it felt like it was something that just needed to come out.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I sat down there. I used my Radio Shack, my tape player. so I used that
recorder?
one. Yeah, little recorder. I took it to practice, and then I brought it back home, and like I just pressed play, and I was like, okay, what can I write? You know?
Does it have a cassette in it?
Yeah, it has a cassette. Yep. Yeah.
God
So I used that at
damn,
school.
Jerry.
And then
That's great.
I kind of thought of like man, Necromantic Resurrection, bringing the dead back to life. So I was like, you know what, like an Evil Dead, the movie, you know, the old school 1980s one, like that kind of brought influence to me too. And I was like, you know, why I put my own story merged with the Evil Dead, you know, it's like some crazy possession, like bringing the dead back to life, like, and you know that from there on I've been writing everything. Like it felt really good.
Does it always start like with a riff?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Always starts with that main riff.
There's a riff, and then like sometimes there's an idea like man, maybe this could be the first riff or the second riff. Like
Right.
it's kind of
whatever surrounds it. Like
Yeah.
how can we create a world for it?
so like for instance with I know we haven't got to Planetary yet, but Ling made a riff, and then I was like, what do we play this at the beginning? You know what I mean? It was like
So you knew that wasn't the intro.
yeah, I knew that was the
That
intro.
you knew that wasn't the intro.
It felt right. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's fucking get into Planetary Annihilation, your guys' latest single. It just came out 2 days ago, yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday.
Show your muscles.
Yeah.
October 9th. Hell yeah. Came out
So,
early. And then for Spotify, I think it hit
everybody-
Friday.
The brand new single from NEVALLUM is out. Go ahead and take a look at the cover art for it. Be sure to go look for it right after we finish this interview and download it and jam it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking killer ass fucking tech death fucking metal from San Antonio.
Oh, yeah,
I love it, bro. I love it. I remember the first time I heard that song, I was like, what the fuck?
The fact that sentence exists now, tech death from San Antonio. That's new.
That's new.
And you guys are deserving of that. That because that's what it is. And I remember when I first heard the track, I can't remember who sent it to me, you or Eckerman. Okay. And I remember I was like, holy Shinto. Because I had heard some. See my NEVALLUM sticker right there?
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I just noticed that.
I just
Hell
looked
yeah.
over at Rick and there's
Wow, thank you.
NEVALLUM sticker. So, yeah, I was like, holy smokes. Like, so, and I thought, like, oh, man, this is like a whole new fucking ball game for this band. And, you know, I knew you guys, I mean, the riffs and the heaviness and the brutality of it was something that I had already become accustomed to with NEVALLUM. But the production and the sound, I think, is what really kind of took it to the next level.
Brian.
You guys had talked about that you guys had worked with Eckerman in the past.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about, I mean, and I think some people who watch our show know a little bit about Brian Eckerman. We've interviewed him several times. I always kind of referred to him as the fucking mastermind.
He really
Fucking rule, brother.
Brian Eckerman,
love you, Brian
the
Eckerman.
mastermind. I've been very fortunate that he's been a longtime friend of mine, so I know him very well and I know all the different things he does. I'm happy that he has, in the past few years, been extending his services and work to other musicians. I remember a time that he really wasn't doing a lot of that unless he was involved with the project.
Yeah.
So, how did you guys first of all, how did you guys get to know Brian Erkerman and start working with him?
Yeah, I would say since Wings of Abaddon, like their first stuff with like Kobe, and like I think we just all kind of been in the scene together, and we became really good friends. You know, we traded off music. Hey, this is my new project. Check this out. Check this out. We just swapped all that, and then he invited us to go over one time. We were just like, oh man, he's got a whole setup. Like this dude's he's sick, dude.
They're in his living room.
Yeah, in his living room. Like this dude is a mastermind. And then if you listen to all like The Haunting of Hellbrook and all his all his albums are so well produced. And hey, dude, yes. And so we listened to it, the full albums, and we're like, this is the guy with the power and the clarity, everything he has. This is the guy we want behind NEVALLUM Sound.
And the know-how too. Not only the know-how, like you're just saying, like he has all the tools and everything, but he's also a fan. I mean, that's his genre. I mean,
yes.
He comes from black, dark, fucking metal.
Yeah, I think so too. He told us like if I wasn't a fan of this, I wouldn't be doing it. Like he told us that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Very respectful.
I mean, how do you expect him to get involved in the project? And I can't even imagine the amount of time
I know
and hours that
I feel
he
bad.
took working on your fucking music.
I try to give him the cleanest takes
if
possible.
he wasn't a fan.
Yeah, we're probably gonna bring you more hell, Brian.
I know. Expect a lot more. I'm sorry, Brian, but yeah, expect a lot more.
Yeah.
It's all gonna come out at once.
Yeah. So, just
We'll make
so,
up for it, buddy.
I mean, I think we kind of alluded to this earlier, but you guys record everything and then you send it to Eckerman for the engineering,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's
And,
he's the mastermind, I think, behind it all, because we kind of know what it's gonna sound like somewhat when we play live,
uh-huh.
and then when he sends us back, the result, we're like, what the hell, dude? It sounds so different, so much more powers, and he pays attention to like what I guess
minutia.
things that we didn't see, and he brings it up.
Sure.
Yeah, I think with Brian, like he really captures and envisions the sound that we want. Like that's what's good about it. And then like when we play it live, it just has the same intensity or even better. Like he knows how to capture the recording well, and when we play it live, it just pops off. Like it feels so good.
Brian is very meticulous.
Yes.
Very,
He even once told me one time that like it's not even my song, but I want to make sure it sounds good.
For sure. For sure. I mean, it's
Master of his craft.
it's a reflection of his work, and it's gonna bring you back, and maybe possibly other bands who will want to work with him in the future too. So, did you guys say he's working on the new Necro?
I'm trying. I was thinking about that last week. I was thinking that possibly, hopefully, in the next month or two, we could get the official Necromantic track to him, because that would be great. I really wanted to get to him. It needs some minor adjustment, but once that's done, like I think it's ready to get over there to send it to him. Yeah, because the official track, yeah, that'll be great.
If Eckerman does say, okay, I'm gonna do Necro, then you guys will re-release the final version of Necro.
The final version.
Yeah, can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
With the original, the complete artwork that hasn't been released.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's kind of go in that direction, because I remember too. I saw the artwork for Planetary, and I thought, oh man, this is cool. It's like fucking old school. I love aliens, and I think I heard Jerry say something about at a live show about, oh, let me play you this new song. It's about aliens and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the song was about like aliens coming back to Earth to like fuck shit. Yeah, fuck shit up.
Jerry, the aliens love us, bro.
Yeah.
They're our friend. They made us.
Yeah. I feel like they're
We
just
have
like
their genes in us.
well, part alien.
They're not gonna
that's
get
okay.
exactly.
Like Predator versus Alien. But yeah, they're coming back. Like the song's pretty much, it's a story about like humans. We need to behave. We need to fucking.
And you know
Yeah.
what? That day is coming soon, bro.
I believe it.
But
Yeah.
this world is coming to an end
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, every day's faster. I believe it. But yeah, the aliens are there to like fuck shit up.
I go to
he said big
Costco
ass
and buy
monster.
boxes of beans and rice, bro. And toilet paper and water and shit.
Yeah, but the Planetary, like we have another song called Galactic Genocide. and that kind of relates with that one.
Is that a new song?
It's another song,
Andale, we're not even there yet. Okay.
but that one pretty
Galactic
Much
Genocide.
Galactic Genocide is real. This one has a more groove, a gent feel, like it's but then it gets technical. There's a riff in there that Ling made, and then like these guys follow it.
Oh, the whole song Galactic Genocide I actually wrote.
Right.
And it's more of I was trying to make a more, not a danceable song, but more some that gets the crowd moving. So the first riff is supposed to get you jumping. And as it goes on, it's going to get you mosh pitting. And all of a sudden, there's going to be a tech riff in there that you're going to see. And you're going to kind of just stop what you're doing and try to look at Art and Chris. What the fuck are they doing? Because it's going to catch you off guard. You're going to go back to mosh pit and you're going to end it with some more, jumping up and down.
Wow.
the riff's super like.
I like it. It's all about, aliens.
Feel the same when I play the riff? Oh, yeah.
I know, dude. That's pretty much how it goes.
Wow.
Oh my God. Dude.
Wow.
So that is one of the upcoming singles.
Yes, sir.
Any others? Or you
So
There's a border.
there's just maybe 2 more singles that's gonna come out that you can expect to hear.
when will these singles be out? You think, or what would you want them out?
I want to say 2025,
Okay. Yeah.
around there. And they won't be all at once. It's gonna be like one a little bit, give you some time to really jam it. Then the next one, give you. All of a sudden, we might go a little bit silent. Full album, bam.
That's what I was gonna ask next because you guys have had a history of just releasing singles, and it seems like, in the market today, some bands will follow that strategy to kind of keep the name out in the market, instead of like blowing their wad with an EP or an LP.
Short attention spans.
Yeah.
I like there's short attention spans, but I don't think bands should take it too seriously. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna do that. Like oh, it's 6 minutes long. I don't listen to it, but like that's what I think. It's just like don't take it too serious with the attention spans. Like just play what you want to play.
If it's good, they'll listen to it.
Yeah, if it's
Just
Right,
write
for
good
sure.
shit, and
For
people
sure.
will listen to it.
For sure. So the singles will come out in 2025, and then maybe a EP or an LP.
It's gonna be a full album.
Full album.
Full album.
Yeah.
There's some songs we're not talking about, and that's for a reason.
Yeah.
But we're still working on them, and we're
So
pretty
these
much down.
you
We're gonna
think
record
You
them.
think that these 3 new singles will be on the full album?
They'll be on the full album.
Oh, okay, cool. So kind of like a little preview.
I just want so you can understand kind of the vibe, what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
That way, once you see the full album, you're gonna dive into it because you already know what you're getting.
Yeah. That's great, guys. All right. I can't wait to hear new music from you guys. I mean, it's just getting bigger and better.
Oh yeah.
It's getting bigger and better, and so
Perfectionist. For
yeah. And I'm glad that at this point that you've kind of realized, like, look, we know what the fuck we're doing, and every piece of recorded output that we release to the market needs to be 100% legit, and that you're taking your time to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, you take your time to do that.
Definitely yes. Like,
Do it right.
Yeah, do it right. Like sometimes like I don't want to feel rushed. Like sometimes like people get rushed like with the I don't know like I want to say labels and stuff, but
Yeah,
like
deadlines and all that.
like deadlines, yeah. Like
But deadlines are important to get you moving, but at the same time, you don't want to release something that you're going to feel bad about later. And you're like, man, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have played that better, because now it's out there for eternity, and there's nothing you can do about it.
For sure.
oh, yeah.
Let's talk about something, we always talk about, we've been talking about music and writing and songs.
Oh, the writing.
But, there's so many bands that, too, are very savvy on the back end. There's so many things that we have to do now to be successful in the market, right?
Yeah.
I've talked about, I've had a tendency recently to talk about how important social media is,
Oh, yeah.
right? And it's like bands have now, and even me, like I feel like, man, I have to be putting stuff on social media. I have to be a content creator to kind of stay relevant in the market because people are just going through stuff so fast.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, like back in the 90s, you don't have to deal with it.
You just put a flyer on the
we
tree.
just had to
We're
write
good.
songs and be a band.
Yeah, that's the truth right there. Like it's crazy how it is now. Like, but that's the way things are, and it's like, man, that's what I think. Like, just release good music, and release like like you have the interview right now. It feels pretty badass. It feels great, and like just stuff like that, like do what you love to do. Like don't try to please too many people, you know, to be relevant or to be.
Yeah, because then you look disposable at that point. But at the same time, social media is very important because of that algorithm. If you don't post anything, when you finally want to post something, buried. You're gone.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
I know.
The thing is too, and I think Jerry said something very important, and it's come up before, that like sometimes because bands feel like they have to always be putting something up, they start putting up like stupid shit.
The memes,
memes, or they're doing stupid
just to stay relevant.
shit.
It's sad.
Just to post because they don't have anything really to post about.
That's why I like this band, because we play what we love to play, and like we're not trying to please nobody. Like we play the music that we love to play, and like I'm glad the people that like it, like that's amazing. Like more than amazing. Like I have no words for that. Like everybody that likes our music, like we just play like what we love to play, and I'm glad that people relate to it. Like, because you know, like we're telling our story. Like I say, every band has their own story. You know what I mean? And that's beautiful. You know. So this is our story about, you know, the struggles and whatnot, and you know, writing together music, and it's a journey that feels great. It feels badass, and I'm glad everybody's around to hear it. You know, I'm glad that happened.
Yeah,
you know, it feels great.
Yeah,
and we still got work to do, and good times coming up.
It's a work in progress, my friend. Let's talk about shows now. Man, I think that, you know, whenever I see you guys play, I always see everybody get fucking crazy. You know, you guys are so brutal. And Jerry, like, you're at the heart of that, bro. And like, you just go all out. Like, I would die if I was doing a show like the way that you perform, you know. And you go out there and you're leading the attack, and it's really kind of, you know, attractive, you know, to people who want to release that type of energy. How soon? When did you guys play your first show after? Like, you formed in 2017. How soon thereafter did you play your first show?
Zombies.
How soon? Like
it took like a year.
Oh, like a
a
year.
year.
Before, like,
Wow.
we got a lot of people hitting us up saying, "Hey, we want this." Like, hey, we're not. No, not yet. We're still trying to write. To get a full set going.
And that still happens. Like, we're just trying to write, like finish the full album, but like in time, you know, it'll get there. I believe.
That's the main. A lot of, I guess, the thing that bands struggle with is like when you're trying to write a full album and trying to push that out. You're always gonna have this promoter, all hitting you up for shows, and some of them are really, really good to where you feel like, I want to play this. I don't want to miss out, but at the same time, that album needs to get writ. That needs to get done. And it just delays it further and further, and that's that internal bather.
Pay me my guarantee. I want waters, towels, and fucking, you know, Taco Cabana.
We definitely, like, in the past year, like,
and smoke some weed.
Like even last year, like we've definitely dealt with that a lot. Like, a lot of promoters just asking us to play, but we want to get to that, like finish what we need to do.
Yeah.
You know, and then that could open more doors. You know, we get
for sure.
Yeah.
One of the things that I noticed, and maybe it was just by happenstance, but when I started seeing it, I thought, man, what a great move. Because I think you guys are at a level now that you should be headlining shows.
Yeah.
And I saw like, oh, NEVALLUM's headlining a show. Wow. Like, they're not coming on first or second. And then I think I saw another flyer like, oh, NEVALLUM's headlining another show. And I thought that was so cool. You know, even though it might be challenging at first because, you know, you're still building your fan base, but at the same time, if a promoter says, I'm going to let you headline a show, then that says a lot. I think that says a lot.
And the first shows that we had when we were opening up, immediately the promoter came to us and they apologized. And they said, I am so sorry. I didn't even know y'all sounded like that. I didn't mean to give you an opening spot. I just didn't know who you were. Now that I've seen you, trust me, the next time I book you, you're not getting an opening spot.
You're going to be a support.
You're going to be either 9 o'clock or a headliner.
And see, that's the thing, though, guys. And we can talk more about this off camera. But the perception the perception of what that says in the market, not only to promoters but to your peers and other bands. It's like, dude, like we're already at the place where we can headline our own shows now.
Yeah.
That says a lot, bro. Subconsciously to a lot of people, you know. So I thought that was a great move, and I think that you guys should continue with that. And if a promoter comes up and says, "Hey, man, I got an opening slot for you. Can you guys want to do it?"
Yeah.
It's okay to say no. No,
I know you're not hurting nobody's feelings.
We don't do that anymore, bro. We are a headlining band or a direct support band.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you for the recognition.
I mean, I would say that.
Thank
If I
you.
was your manager and someone said to me, "Rob, we want to book NEVALLUM for a second slot," I'd be like, no, we don't do that. That's not who we are, bro. We're beyond that. Go get some little kids to do that show. Exactly.
Because even some of the bands that like followed after us, they're just like, "Fuck, we gotta follow that." Damn, bro.
Exactly. There you go.
But like, it's just what we love to play.
I know, but I don't know. People are just cool though.
So you guys have played shows all over Texas, right?
Yeah.
Where have you played?
San Marcos and San Antonio, pretty much. Looking for some Austin dates and Corpus dates, but
What about
nothing.
the Rio Grande Valley? No Rio Grande
We don't know
Valley?
anything on that.
I have a good plan. For
What's the plan, Emmett?
2025. And you know what, guys? I'm sorry to say this now, and I haven't had a chance to tell you guys what I had it.
I'm gonna tell you on camera.
I'm gonna tell y'all on camera what we got here.
So that way you can't say shit.
Yeah. So I've been on the lookout, and I'm talking directly to y'all here on camera. I've been on the lookout for a decent trailer for us to have our stuff. All we have to do is rent a van. I feel like if we can do that, we can hit Abilene. We can, West Lubbock, West Texas, South Texas, Dallas, North Texas. I want us to at least one time next year hit a nice 4 or 5 day run, and just hit.
Dude, you don't even have to go out of state, bro.
No, not even like a few cities in Texas and come back exhausted, and
There
then
you go.
Then a few months later we'll go again. And if we can do at least one of those next year, that will definitely broaden our horizons. But and here's a funny story, because I saw this post through Barbara that saw it and I saw it on your page. So long story short, there was a post that somebody tagged like you and 72 other people. I'm selling a bunch of the shit. I'm selling, dad's in the old folks home, and I'm trying to sell all this shit. Well, I saw a decent trailer, and I was trying to hop on it real quick.
There
Okay,
you go.
a nice rent for $1,000. It's like a 6x12.
That's
like,
pretty good.
It turned out to be a scam, because as soon as I was messaging and they wanted a deposit, hey, just put a down deposit. And I was like, well, I can meet you today. I can actually meet you right now in 30 minutes. Well, I'm not available. Just put a deposit, and it turned out to be a scam. But since then, my drive to try to find us the right gear we need to do the things that we want to do, And
Emmett, don't get scammed, because if you spend $1,000 of the band's money, you might get kicked out.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, if that's the case, at least we still got the merch money to back us up.
Merch money is gone. We have new merch coming. No, getting into that. So for the next show that we got coming up, November 23rd,
Okay.
and that'll be at Fitzgerald's.
Yeah.
With
I'll be there. Yeah. Is that the day before Halloween? I mean, Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
It's around that time, yep.
So
That's good to hear, though. Fuck yeah.
we will have new merch available that has not been
Alright.
seen before.
All right. Good. November 23rd. Massive Amara is going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Who else?
Lucretia, Gray Lotus,
Okay.
Cerebral Desecration, the Bros.
Wow.
We love the Bros. Oh yeah. We got Shirenex.
That's a
I don't know
badass
if I
shirt.
said that right. I got Basement Burial.
Our new brothers.
The new brothers, yeah, they're pretty awesome guys. We hung out with them. Jason, you're an amazing dude. Thank you for being so cool. Carolina, she does awesome photography.
Okay.
If you want to go check her out, I think it's Carolina Carnage.
All right. November 23rd. All right.
for sale.
Tickets for sale for sure.
Hit up somebody in the band.
One of us.
Let's talk about some. I I want to talk about videos. I think videos are still very relevant in promoting a band. I've seen that you guys have done like little video stuff, right? Like there's a lyric videos. What about an official kind of video?
I really want one for Planetary and Necromantic.
Yeah.
Like for those 2 songs, like I definitely think we should take that further and actually get a music video for Necromantic.
I'd love to see, because and this is just my 2 cents, just because you guys are so powerful live, I'd love to see like a performance video.
Yeah,
It should be very inexpensive to do.
Yeah, my idea is going to Black Swan Inn because that place looks killer. Like it's
Do
brutal.
you guys know people to do?
I've been there one time and like I've seen the place. Like they have a little stage and then they have the actual hotel that's actually haunted.
But do you know some people who do the videos, who make the
Yeah,
videos?
yeah. I think we have 2 people.
Who's that?
I think
Adrian?
want to talk to Adrian, right? Maybe.
Adrian's good, and then there's another dude.
There's another guy from let's see, X Code X. Oh, we're badass
Yeah,
last week.
Yeah, I know those dudes.
We want to talk to Peck, maybe, possibly.
Peck
yeah.
makes videos?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't
I haven't
know that.
talked to him yet. Like I'm saying it now, though. But yeah, brother, want to hit you up. You know what I mean? Want to hit you up, brother. Peck, if you see this, we're probably gonna ask you. Yeah.
And we want a good price, Peck. Yeah, Peck's cool.
Yeah, but that'd be great. I would love to see that because the story of Necromantic is like, man, it deserves. It has to be. Like
Nice.
some place that's actually haunted. You know, like crazy, like
Nice.
fucking killer, man. Like.
Nice. Yeah, I think
Brutal
you
as
guys
fuck.
need an official video.
Yeah.
and I hope you guys can make it happen with somebody. And it's become a lot more feasible to make videos, especially performance videos. So yeah, I'd like to see a real one, a professionally one done.
Hell yeah, some killer shit.
Yeah, killer shit. I'll spin it on my platform. All right, guys. We've covered a lot of ground tonight. Is there anything I missed? Anything that you feel that we should talk about that I missed, or did I cover everything?
Pretty much covered the majority of
All right.
I think we're good.
Probably just probably next year we're probably gonna just finish recording. Probably less shows in the beginning, but we'll have something out. I agree.
Yeah. By then, yeah, we should.
But then,
All right. All right.
Expect it.
at least expecting.
I'm just a huge fan of your band, and I hope that you guys continue to put stuff out because I want you back on Rob's in 2025.
Hell yeah.
Thank you,
All
brother.
right, we'll come back and do this again, and I have such a good vibe with you guys, and drinking and jamming metal like we were downstairs, and
Oh, I love it. I
now
love
we're
it
gonna
so much.
continue to jam a little bit more, right?
Hell yeah.
All right. As we end out, I know you guys. What I love about you guys is like each one of you is your own kind of, character that brings something relevant into NEVALLUM. So I want to give everyone, and we'll start with Art, and we'll go this way or this way. I want to give everyone an opportunity to kind of say any thank yous or share any love with people in their lives who have kind of helped them along the journey to get them to where they are today.
I want to thank my mom. Most important right now. I love you, Mom.
Yeah.
And my family, and all my friends at work, and everybody who supported us throughout the years. I appreciate you guys. I love you. And that's it for now.
Give it to Chris, and we'll go this way.
I'd like to thank everybody that's always supported me in my journey into being a musician. A lot of people that have known me as growing up, they've always known that's my passion, and that's what I've always wanted to do since the beginning. I'd like to thank all the friends that become family. That's the most important. My mom, my dad, my brothers, and all that really encouraged me to do what I want to do, and no matter what, just keep doing it.
I want to thank my family, the wife and everybody, and I want to thank all my brothers right here, my metal brothers, bro. I love y'all so much, man.
Yeah.
All your progression brothers. Y'all guys are fucking amazing, bros. I love y'all. One thing I love about y'all guys is that y'all keep pushing the boundaries, and like if y'all put y'all's mind to something, y'all always make it happen. Yep. And I want to thank everybody, all our friends and all our other bands. I love y'all so much. And all the fans, everybody just always there, you know, supporting, like that fucking rules, man. Y'all guys, thank y'all. Y'all guys are what keep us going and keep making music.
Just want to thank you guys for pushing me to who I am now, and I want to thank my girlfriend Barbara. She's been my rock for the past 6 years to keep me, you know, on a good path to where I am today. Definitely not who I was in 2017. So, and I want to thank all my friends and family and everybody out there that supports us as we continue this badass journey.
Yeah. Because it's just beginning, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna thank my wife Felicia for always believing in me and always taking what I do seriously as a musician and not as a joke, as so many other people probably would do. I understand this is a hard thing to get into, and thankfully she understands why I fell in love with it and why I'm so serious about it. And I want to thank my mom for putting up with my loud bullshit all the fucking time. I know this shit, listening to Deicide and playing drums must have been pretty fucking annoying. And us jamming in her fucking living room, I'm sure she wanted to kill us. But she fucking dealt with it because she knew the passion was behind it. She knew it was for a good reason. She knew it made me happy.
Yeah, para con cradle of filth.
So thank you, my mom, Cynthia. Thank you for that, for putting up with us. And thank you, Isaac. You've always been my number one encouragement. I know it seems, oh, you're my brother, like you're just gonna say what I want. Nah, that dude is brutal. He will tell you if you suck. He will boo your ass off stage if he's fucking awesome. But he's always been a good words of encouragement. I like sending him songs and hearing his input. That's always been awesome to me. And thank you to my band for understanding that I don't hate y'all at all when I'm fucking. You might think I'm an asshole sometimes, but I want y'all to be the best version of your fucking selves, and I see growth in all of you.
I don't hate you. I just get tired of you.
I know. I see what you can become, and if you don't see it, it irritates me. I'm like, dude, it's right there. Just keep going. Keep pushing.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And just thank you for all the fans and everyone that's listened to our music, came to our shows. Jared Vidales, you're one of our first fans. Thank you for that. And you've been a supporter ever since. Thank you to everyone that's come to the shows, because that's what matters. The heads in the doors, that's what matters. And when you buy the merch, oh my God, dude, it's amazing. Thank you so much. And there's more to come. There's more shows that will be announced, but not yet. Come 2025, stay tuned. The music's going to hit you first, then maybe the shows. Then we'll see how that goes. But NEVALLUM is not, man, we're not even close to done. Please expect an avalanche to hit you.
Yeah. I can't wait, guys.
Make a splash. Fucking killer shit. That's all I got to say. It's going to be badass.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sharing so much. And I look forward to joining the avalanche ride. I'm going to be there. Because I really love your band, and I think that you guys not only are doing great things in our scene, but also what I love about you guys is that you guys are like legit, man, like total integrity, fucking heavy metal dudes, and that's what I love about our scene, bro. You know, I've seen people come and go, and I think you guys are gonna be around for a long time. So I want to thank you guys for coming over and spending the evening with me tonight. Hopefully we'll do it again in 2025. Yeah. And you know, it'll be 2025 before we fucking know it, right?
Yeah.
Julie's already telling me go buy the fucking turkey. I'm like, what? It's not even fucking November yet. You want to go buy a fucking turkey? I'm like, what the fuck?
One for Thanksgiving, one for Christmas.
I don't know, bro, but it's kind of weird, you know, how fast time is going by, right?
It is.
It's kind of crazy and scary, you know. But I think that when we kind of come to that realization, it helps us to relish important, relevant moments in our life. Whether it's doing an interview like this or like with Jerry hanging with the kids at SeaWorld. I mean, those are important things.
I'm very proud of that, and I mean, the best memories forever, and you know, especially with this music too. I hope it lasts forever, you know, because
it will last forever, bro.
Yeah.
As long as you record, it's forever.
Forever.
It's immortal.
We lived here.
So thank you guys again. Don't leave. We're partying a little bit, right?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I think Emmett brought a little smoky smoke.
I want to do that. I want to do that death metal shout. Like, MetalWorks.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right now.
Okay.
Hold on. We're gonna do it for the ID. Slow down
ready,
there,
I'm
Jerry.
ready.
Slow down. Thank you guys again so much. Remember, everybody out there, the latest single and the biggest and brightest single from NEVALLUM is already out there. It is called Planetary Annihilation. Go out there, download it right now. As soon as you finish watching this interview, you saw the band only right here on Rob's MetalWorks.